Hello, welcome back to Open Hand Farm. I'm Penny, and today I am working on my Every Bit Counts challenge, and I've decided to try something new. I am going to do some water glassing of our chicken eggs. I've seen it done on different YouTube channels, and I know that there are great instructions out there for you. I'm just going to show you what I have learned and see how it works out. I like the idea of having fresh eggs available for the next 8 months to a year, especially in the winter when the girls are not laying a lot. So I'm hoping that they will continue laying and I can get some good eggs glassed before the cold sets in and be able to have a reserve of eggs as if they are fresh. First of all, let's go see the girls. So the first thing I'm going to do is throw down some black soldier fly larvae to get them out of my way because they love it. Okay, the important thing about, oh, here come the ones out of the coop. They're like, I want some too. Here you go, girls. These are our 3 new ones. The last 3 that just came out of the coop. The 3 that are kind of there off to themselves. Let me give them some. There you go, girls. Oh, you big bullies. Leave them alone. So anyway, the important thing when you are water glassing your eggs is that the eggs need to be clean. So we're gonna go up here to the egg box and we're gonna look inside. See if oh, there are some eggs. There are some eggs. Okay, first I'm gonna pick these up. It's kind of hard with one hand since the camera's in the other one, but I'll see if I can do it. I have a basket here to put them in. So all right, so in order to have clean eggs, it helps to have a clean nest box. So what I'm gonna do is put some wood shavings in here so that the next day or so, I can collect even more clean eggs. They usually do a pretty good job of keeping things clean, but if it rains and they get muddy feet, or if somebody likes to be broody and stay in one spot too long, then things can get dirty. I'm dropping some of this on the ground and they think it's something they want. They're so silly. You can tell that they are really molting. Now we have clean nest boxes. So that is step number 1. Okay, we're back inside with the eggs, and now we're going to look at step number 2. We have to have fresh eggs that are clean, that have not been washed, that are less than 24 hours old. Let's see what we got. We do not want to use this egg. Now we could just wipe that off, and we can take a rag and kind of, wipe off any more fuzzies. But we also have on this egg more fuzzies that aren't coming off, and right here we have something from the chicken. So we are not going to use this egg. This egg will have to be washed and used as a regular egg. So we will set it over here. The next egg we're looking at is nice. I can just wipe all these little fuzzies off, and that is a nice clean egg. Now I have 3 of these eggs from last night, so I know they are within 24 hours. So we're gonna add that one to those. Let's see what else we have here. Here's another one. Oh, that looks pretty clean. I don't see anything that is a little piece of straw, but that's not a problem. That looks pretty good. This one does have some scratches on it, And I don't know, I don't know if that would mean that there are parts of that shell where the bloom has been scratched off. If you have done this before, let me know what you would do with this egg. I am going to not use it because I'm not sure. So I'll put it here. Next, let's see. It's a little white, not sure what that is. This piece of hay will come off. There's another scratch. Somebody got in there and just was really trying to move these eggs around. But this one also has some mud on it, so I'm not going to use it. That's a nice big egg. All right, and then I think this is our last one. Yeah, that's got something on it. I don't know what. So I'm not going to use it either. Yep, that's all. We still have 4 eggs that we can use. No problem. I love these speckled eggs. They're so pretty. The next step involves using distilled water and pickling lime. Now, these 2 items can be bought at most big box stores. We bought this at Menards because our Walmart was out, and of course this is just from Walmart. And we need a container to put the eggs in. So some people use like a 5-gallon bucket, 4-gallon, 3-gallon, 2-gallon, whatever. I am going to use a 1-gallon jar. The reason to use the jar, in my opinion, is that when this jar is full of water and eggs, which is our goal, it's going to be heavy. So I'm going to be able to lift this jar and maneuver with it, whereas I don't know if I could the bigger gallon buckets. So this is my choice to use. Also, I'm going to be able to see the pretty eggs in the jar, and I love that. So let me show you how to get this started. We are going to fill this jar half full with water and lime. The reason we're doing it half full is as you add things to the water, eggs in this case, the water level rises. So you do not want to start with a full jar of water because then it's just going to overflow as you add eggs. So the way we do this is we are going to make 8 cups of mixture because that is half a gallon. So there's 4, 6, 8. We're going to measure our lime. And in order to do that, we're going to use a scale. And we're going to measure out 1 ounce per quart. We have 2 quarts in here. We're going to make sure we have our ounce measurement selected. And we're going to push the tare button so that it zeroes out our scale. So we need 2 ounces of lime. It's very lightweight. 2 ounces. Perfect. Now we're going to put the lime in our water and mix it in. I have this great silicone covered whisk that my grandson Yuri brought me the other day, and I love it. Just want to do a little at a time. You see the smoke going everywhere. It's a very dusty procedure. And you just want to keep mixing it to dissolve it as best you can. But apparently, from what I've seen from other people, it doesn't stay mixed. It will settle in the bottom. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that it's not still incorporated in the water enough to do the job. We're going to pour this into our jar. Now we can start adding eggs. So this is a process that you can keep adding. You do not collect all the eggs and then fill the jar. The eggs need to be used within 24 hours so they are the freshest possible. Now, the other thing you need to know is when you put the eggs in the jar, you want to put them with their fat side up. So like this one is skinny side up. So this is the kind of more pointed, skinny edge. So we're just gonna put it in there. If you ever put an egg in here and it floats, you know that that egg is not good. Don't keep it. These are going straight to the bottom, which means they are super fresh. I will say that the fact that there's only a few eggs in there means those might move around. They might not be bottom side down. The reason for the bottom side down is to keep their air bubble down below the egg. If they move and they turn upside down, don't worry about it. They'll be fine. Just every time you add eggs to this, make sure you put them with the fat side up. And eventually you'll have so many eggs in here, they're not going anywhere. That's it for today. As this week goes on, I will continue to add eggs. I will continue to make sure that my birds have a clean nest box so that I have as many clean eggs as possible to put in here. The lime has gone to the bottom of the jar and rested on top of the eggs. And our eggs are not in the way we put them, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, let's look at these eggs. This one was perfect except for this black line. It's not like something on top of it. I'm going to set it aside. All right, let's look at this one. It's got a scratch. I don't know if you can see that all around it. Silly chickens. It's got a light scratch, but it's also got like a blood spot on it. This might be harder than I thought, you guys. Ooh, I think we got one. And we want to put them in with the fat side up. So I'm going to turn this lid over and lay them in the lid. All right, let's look at this one. This one looks pretty good, except it's got scratches on it. Oh, those birds. Somebody tell me if I can use the scratched eggs. Okay, this one has some mud on it, and it's not going to just wipe off. I know this one isn't going to work. Okay, you guys, this is what I've learned. I've got to collect the eggs earlier before the chickens start scratching on them. So we got one egg that we can preserve today. Big side up. That one might stay because there's an egg on each side of it. We found 3 more eggs. Huh? I said we found 3 more eggs. I'm putting them in our jar. Thank you for bringing those up. All right, let's see what eggs we have today. This one looks good. It's big. It's probably got double yolk in it. It has some slight scratching on it. I tried to look up to see what people are saying about using scratched eggs, and nobody said anything. So maybe the scratch happens as the bloom is drying and it gets down in there. I don't know, but this one doesn't have a real deep scratch on it, so I'm going to use it. And of course, you can see our eggs are not staying in the position we put them. So let me kind of retry here. Oh, now it's going to get cloudy and I can't even see what I'm doing. Okay, let's look at these other eggs. This one looks real good. So we're going to use it. This one has very slight scratch on it. I'm going to use it. This one looks good. The girls must have known that I wanted to water glass some eggs. Now this one's got some deep scratching on it. Well, you know what? I can't feel that because on all the others, I can always kind of run my fingernail against it and feel the scratch, but I can't feel it on this one. But there's so many, I just don't want to chance it. This one's a pretty egg. Oh, it is a pretty egg. I don't see any problems with this one. All right. Didn't even have to wipe any feathers off or anything on these. All right, now the eggs are staying in the position I'm putting them at this point. We made progress. We're up to about here now, so that's awesome. Okay, we have more eggs to look at. This one looks good. Small end down. This one looks good. Oh, the girls are doing good. This one looks good too. I wish I could get a good white one, but they're always dirty. Oh, it looks good too. All right. There we go. Looking for some good eggs out of our basket. This one actually looks pretty good. When they get in the water, they look like they're different. It's so strange. This one has some stuff on it that will say no. I love this egg. Look at those spots. And it looks beautiful. Yes, it's going in. I might have to make some more brine water, you guys. I'm getting to the top of this. This one's got some deep scratches on it. This white one just might do the trick. It's got a little there. Okay. I think I'm going to use it. The lone white egg. Let's see, this one's got a feather on it, but other than that, well, it's got some deep scratching. This one has got some deep scratching also. Whoops, no, that's not gonna work. Okay, we have one more to look at. I don't know what that is. I've got lime water on my fingers. Oh, got some deep scratching there. The water is just covering this white egg. I might actually put it right there, so that it's under more. So tomorrow I'll probably fix up some more water to put in there. All right, day 7 with my water glassing eggs. Does anybody else ever forget to take their basket out? We have to go out the basement to get our eggs, and we forgot to take the basket down, but there was an egg carton sitting there somebody had given us. So today we have eggs in an egg carton. But let's look at these. I'm so excited because these are glorious eggs. The girls caught on. So we're gonna put that in. I think I might fill my jar today. This one's perfect. This one is perfect. This one is perfect. You guys, this is exciting. They're just really, really great. I'm really getting to the top. This one, and one more. So now I have 3 white ones in here. One more thing I need to do before I end this project is I need to put the date on top that I finished filling the jar. Then I know I have 8 months to a year to use them. And I'm going to add on mine that these are going to be good between April and August of 2023. And that'll just remind me so I don't have to sit and figure the dates every time I want to use them. I also have this extra lime water, but I'm just going to hold on to it because I want to do some more eggs, and this is going to be just fine. It's going to keep, and I'll just use that to start with and keep adding to it. Thanks for coming along with me all week long as I added to this egg jar. I hope that you have learned something. I know I have learned something. And until next time, blessings on you and yours.